Qualcomm Snapdragon 768G announced 15% faster CPU and GPU performance compared to 765G, updatable GPU drivers. Qualcomm just announced Snapdragon 768G, the company's latest mid-range 5G mobile platform and the successor of the Snapdragon 765G that was introduced back in December last year. This comes with faster Qualcomm Cryo 475 CPU prime core clock speed up to 2.8 GHz compared to 2.4 GHz in the 765G and also promises up to 15% faster graphics rendering than Snapdragon 765G and support for 120Hz display. After the Snapdragon 865, the Snapdragon 768G brings support for Adreno updatable GPU drivers. This gives players control of their GPU driver updates and settings to provide peak display refresh rates that unlock premium visual fidelity on their favorites games, says Qualcomm. Highlights of Qualcomm Snapdragon 768G: 1x Cryo 475 Prime CPU A76 based at up to 2.8 GHz, 1x Cryo 475 Performance CPUs A76 based at up to 2.2 GHz, 6x Cryo 475 Efficiency CPUs A55 based at up to 1.80 GHz, Samsung 7nm EUV 7 LPP process technology built-in, Qualcomm Snapdragon X52 5G modem, RF system, download speeds of up to 3.7 gigabits per second, 5G 1.2 gigabits per second, LTE upload speeds of up to 1.6 gigabits per second, 5G 210 megabits per second, LTE 5G mmWave and sub-6 GHz standalone SAW and non-standalone NSA modes, FDD, TDD, mmWave 400 MHz bandwidth, 2x2 MIMO, sub-6 GHz, 100 MHz bandwidth, 4x4 MIMO, Qualcomm Adreno 620 GPU, OpenGL-S 3.2, OpenCL 2.0 FP, updatable GPU driver support, Qualcomm Game Jank Reducer v2.0, Qualcomm Game Fast Loader, Qualcomm Game Network Latency Manager, Vulkan 1.1, DirectX 12, 20% better performance versus 730, 765, 38% better performance versus 730, 765G, 4K HDR 10PQ and HLG video playback, 10-bit color depth, Rec. 2020 color gamut, H.264 AVC, H.265 HEVC, VP8 and VP9 playback, hexagon voice assistant accelerator for hardware, accelerated voice signal processing, Qualcomm Auxtic audio codec up to WCD 9385, total harmonic distortion plus noise THD plus N, playback -108 decibels, native DSD support, PCM up to 384 kHz, 32-bit, customizable, golden ears, filter, Qualcomm Auxtic smart speaker amplifier, up to WSA 8815, up to 22MP dual camera, up to 192MP single camera, Qualcomm Spectra 355 image sensor processor, 14-bit dual ISP, Rec. 2020 color gamut video capture, 4K HDR video capture with portrait mode, up to 10-bit color depth video capture, slow motion video capture up to 720p at 480 fps, HEVC video capture, HDR10+, HDR10, HLG support, bokeh on-device display support, QHD+ at 60 Hz, FHD+ at 120 Hz, maximum external display support, up to UHD at 60 Hz, 10-bit color depth, Rec. 2020 color gamut, HDR10 and HDR10+, Qualcomm Hexagon 696 processor, Hexagon vector extensions, Hexagon tensor accelerator, 5.4 TOPS AI performance, LPDDR 4x2133 MHz, 4x16-bit memory, 17.0 GB per second, 802.11 AX, Wi-Fi 6 ready, integrated 802.11 AC wave, 2x2 MU MIMO MIMO, 2.4 GHz, 5 GHz, Bluetooth 5.2, NFC Beta, Galileo, GLONASS, Dual Frequency GNSS, Nav IC, GPS, GNSS, QZSS, SBAS, USB 3.1, USB-C Qualcomm Quick Charge 4 Plus technology, Quick Charge AI. The Redmi K35G Racing Edition is the first commercial device to be announced based on Snapdragon 768G, which supports 5G SAW, NSA dual mode, a 120Hz display and a 64-megapixel camera.